Hello, my name is Carl Surrey and this is a video tutorial for the Facebook group called Fans of Serif Software. Now, this tutorial I will show you using Affinity Photo, and I will show you once showing Serif's older product, PhotoPlus. But really, in theory, this could be done on any photo editing program that you have to hand and have the similar tools. So it will work in Photoshop, Elements, anything like that. So the subject of this tutorial is Alan Coulthard in the Fans of Serif Software group said that he'd been asked to do a photo quiz round, and they wanted like pictures of personalities with the bits, either the face or the body, blocked out, so the people would have to guess who that celebrity was, and he wanted to know how to do this. So this is basically all I'm going to show you here. So, and it is very quick and fairly easy to do. So I'm going to start with this picture of David Bowie here, and in Affinity Photo, if you come to the tools on the left here, you've got the selection brush tool. You click on that, make sure that you are on add. The size of the brush depends on the size of the image that you're trying to take, whether you're doing the body or the face or whatever. You may need a bigger or smaller brush. Mine's set on 64, and I've also got it set on snap to edges. So in this case I'm going to take the face out and just one click here and there, and we've pretty much got all the face. And if, like that last case where I went a bit too far, I can come and click on subtract and then just slowly subtract some of that away. Yeah, I think that will do. So at this point you have two options really. You can press Ctrl and J, which will, if I hide the bottom there, it will make that selection on a new layer, and you could work with this layer, or you could have, let me bring back the background and hide this layer, or you could just work on the background layer and not make a new layer. That's up to you how you want to do this, because the next bit is really easy. Once you have your selection area here, you can refine it if you want, say feather it, but not very much. I mean 1 or 2 pixels, not a lot, just so it's slightly not so straight lines and a bit fuzzy around the edges. And then you've got two options here. You can either flood fill and pick the color that you want. Let's go with black. I think for this one I will work on this top layer, and then just click in the area, and you may need to click a few times to get all the bits that you want. This is probably a bit more long-winded, and it's not the way I would do it, but that is an option, and you could just keep clicking until you got all the bits that you want. What I'll show you is the other way I would do it. I will hide this, so we are now just working on the background layer with that area selected, and I'd come to the paintbrush tool and I'll make the brush a bit bigger. I'll make black the color, and then you can paint over this, and then anything inside the selected area will get painted on, and anything outside the selected area won't get painted on, because that selected area is protecting everything that's outside of it. So really it's as simple as that. that is that job done. So you could just press Control and Delete, Control and D I should say, to get rid of the selection area. See, now if I painted now, it would paint on the outside area because you haven't got that selected area to protect it. So before I make any mistakes, I'll come off of that tool. So then all you'd have to do now would be to export this out onto your computer, or if you are going to make a quiz like Alan is going to do, you could just select all, edit, copy, and then come to whatever document that you are going to place this on, and then just paste this, and then just set it however you want to do it, and then add your question that whatever it is you're going to do using text. So that is how to select sort of part of an image. So what you can do is also, for example, if you want to do like a film quiz and you have to guess the film by the image, but if you take out one of the people in the image, it will make that job slightly harder. So this is obviously 6 cents. Let me just, first of all, you want to make sure you come back on the add is selected once you've got the selection brush tool. So if I select Bruce Willis here, just reduce the size of this brush. That's pretty much it. I'll just do a slight refine on that. Just do a feather of 1 pixel. And again, come to the paintbrush tool, and as I like before, only the selected area will get painted on, and anything outside of that we will be okay. So just press Ctrl and D to remove the selected area, and I'll come off that tool. So if you set this as your quiz, you've got to guess the name of the film just by Haley Joel Osment, rather than having Bruce Willis in there to help you get to it. Just an idea. So again, like before, you could select all, edit, copy, and then come back to this one, paste, and then just resize it to suit. Oh, you get the idea. I'm not going to sit here mucking about with that. So that's 2 ways you can do it, either by just doing part of the image, you know, the face and what have you, or the whole body and face. And just to prove that you can do this in other photo editing programs, this is PhotoPlus, and in this what you would need would be the Smart Selection brush, and I'll just make the brush a bit bigger on this one. It's pretty much the same process. I'm not going to be too fussy with this. Oh, let's just get his nose in, I suppose. There we go. Yeah, that would do. And so then it's just a case of coming to the paintbrush tool, and black is the colour. Just paint over it. press Control and D to get rid of the martinets. And then, for example, you could say in the quiz, who is playing Superman in this film? As there's been quite a few actors that have played it. That could be, you need the Gene Hackman as Lex Luthor to tell you which Superman you're talking about. Just an idea for you there. And now again, I might be able to copy this into Affinity Photo. Let's just see if I can. It may not work, so select all, edit, copy, come back to Affinity Photo, edit, paste. Oh, there you go. So you're not restricted to just using one photo program. I can cut and paste it from one to the other. So hopefully that answers Alan's questions, and hopefully it gives you some ideas if you're ever going to do a photo quiz of some description. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.